Yo, what's up, guys? DLZ.
Alvaman won?
You know why we're here. Here to talk about WrestleMania 27, doing our predictions. GR81 could not be here today. We've got shit we had to do, and he had to stay home. And
Well, he's working with his dad, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that WrestleMania 27 this year is not looking worth the $55 at all. I mean, we do care about some of the matches, but not enough to really spend $55. But I already spent the money on it, so it's just like the hell with it. We get what we pay for. We're going to go ahead and start off with...
That's the question. Do we get what we paid for?
Let's hope, yeah. And since we're talking about that, let's see. Don't expect this WrestleMania to be great for all you WWE marks out there. Don't go out there and say, oh, this will be an 8.5 or a 9.0. I don't see that for this year's WrestleMania. I see the rating being anywhere from a 5.5 to a 7.5.
Yeah.
At that on the scale. It'll be a good WrestleMania, but probably not a memorable one. But let's go ahead and go with what
Even if it's just for the fact that John Cena is in the main event. Yeah. Again.
All right, and let's go ahead and start with Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Good job, WWE. Go ahead and throw this together with giving it little to no build-up. Great job, guys. Awesome. Way to waste two top talents that you guys got. You guys are kind of making us really not care with the way these guys go out there and do their thing. I mean, I wish they could wrestle and put on matches, but basically, since we're not allowed to call WWE a wrestling company.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, all I got to say is that I think this is going to be the opener. And Sheamus just recently won the U.S. title, and if they played their cards right with this match and with this feud, I think this could be contender for one of the top feuds of the year, personally. What do you think?
Well, I'll go ahead and say I don't think it's going to be a great match. I don't think it's even really going to be a very good match, just because there's really, like you said, no build-up. I mean, just like out of nowhere on Raw one week, we see Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. Sheamus gets hurt and counted out. The next week, he wins the title. Suddenly, we have a title match at WrestleMania. I mean,
invoking his rematch clause and shit like that. And I know WWE's done this before, but come on, this is WrestleMania. This is the biggest show of the year. You got to make every fucking match seem important.
Yeah.
But this one, however, is not. And as far as who's going to win, I like both these guys, so I have a hard time predicting. But I'd like to see Daniel Bryan win. I think he could use the rub and the momentum.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, at this point, you know, they had Sheamus to a point where I almost cared if he at all about Sheamus.
Yeah.
And then they kind of threw him on the back burner, killed the whole King Sheamus thing. I think it would just be better to have Daniel Bryan win.
Not to mention Triple H pretty much buried him, which also, let me add, this match kind of makes no sense at the same time, given that they could have had Sheamus versus Triple H. But WWE, good job. And then we got Trish Stratus and Hooky and John Morrison versus fucking Dolph Ziggler, Lay Cool. Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool. Okay. I feel kind of sad because Dolph and John are being utilized this way. This should not be happening with these two guys.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler's a former world fucking champion, for God's sake. He won the title.
For about 10 seconds.
Yeah, for about 10 seconds he won the world title. And John Morrison is on the cusp of being a fucking main eventer. It's like every time you think John Morrison is going to be right there, they don't do shit. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish that they had John Morrison, you know, at least in a title match at Mania. But this kind of thing, I kind of think it'll be interesting to see Snooki try to
entertain.
Wrestle.
We can't say
sports entertain.
Yeah, I guess
whatever you want to call that. Yeah, But also it'll be good to see Trish get back. One other thing about this is I keep thinking they're going to get rid of Lame Tool.
I do too.
But apparently Lame Tool is still around.
Yeah, I have no idea why, but. As far as prediction goes, believe it or not, I think Snooki's going to turn heel in this match. Because I think she has that kind of personality. She has that look. I don't watch Jersey Shore. Fuck that show. I don't watch that shit. But I think Snooki's going to turn heel and join up with Lay Cool and fucking Dolph Ziggler. So that would be my prediction for this match. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds fair. I mean, you know, I don't really know. I don't really care all that much about this match, which is unfortunate because I love watching John Morrison. But in a match like this, you're not really going to get to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
You almost never do anyway.
Yeah, just when you think. And then here we go where I'm kind of starting to care. Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. For the longest time, I did not give a shit about Cody Rhodes, but now that he's kind of going into
He's a fag.
He's going into that sadistic kind of gimmick now where he has a mask on and shit, kind of like Mankind, and his theme song's grown darker. You got to watch like a recent episode of SmackDown so you can see the transformation that he's made.
Is it still that retarded-looking clear mask?
Yeah.
But he needs a better mask.
But now he's kind of got the Mankind gimmick going on and shit, all because Ray fucked him up. I like it because it gives Cody Rhodes a chance to kind of be a dark character, something that you never thought you'd see. And believe it or not, I want to see Cody Rhodes win. I kind of wish that would happen because, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Rey Mysterio, but it's time for the new generation of guys to be put over.
Well, yeah. I think, unfortunately, Rey Mysterio probably will win. You know, for this, I'd almost like to see, as much as I don't like Cody Rhodes, I'd almost kind of like to see him win. Not, you know, I hate to see Ray lose at WrestleMania, especially, but
if it's
going to be against a kid, you know, against a young guy who's trying to get something going,
might as well be Cody Rhodes.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, who better than him? Okay, so my prediction is that Cody Rhodes wins this match.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him win, but I think Rey Mysterio is going to win, so it's kind of on the fence.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to predict Rhodes actually over Mysterio.
Which is kind of what I'm wanting to see happen.
Yeah.
And then we got Randy Orton versus CM Punk.
Hey, wait a minute. You just stole Canyon's catchphrase.
What?
Who better?
Who better? Yeah. Who better than Canyon? Rest in peace, Chris Canyon, by the way.
Yeah. Seriously.
And then we got Randy Orton versus CM Punk. I don't care about this really all that much, to be honest. Randy Orton, what's so special about him now? I used to be a fucking Randy Orton mark back in the day. Now, when he comes out, whatever. CM Punk, this whole straight edge Nexus crap, just get rid of it. Go ahead and kill Nexus. They were relevant for a little while, and then they broke off, and now it's basically Nexus is the NWO Black and White, and fucking Core is the NWO Wolfpack, so to speak. That's what the IWC sees it is anyway. I don't really care, and I don't care who wins out of this match. I think Randy Orton's going to win, but I honestly don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care either. I think I kind of agree with you on that. I think that really at this point the Nexus is done. Just let Randy Orton beat Punk and have Nexus be done for good. I don't really think that this is worthy of WrestleMania. I mean, first of all, they go back to start the storyline like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. No, I think somewhere around 2008. Yeah.
Okay, 2008.
Yeah.
3 years ago, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, why are you going to go way back there to try and build a storyline?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Kind of makes me feel like WWE Creative just didn't have any other ideas.
Yeah, they're just like, let's go ahead and throw Randy Orton and CM Punk on there. Okay, cool, great. It'll probably be the second or third match on the card, but who gives a flying fuck? Another match which will probably be mentioned at WrestleMania or thrown together is probably going to be Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston, because Wade Barrett just won the Intercontinental title last night on SmackDown, so...
That's possible that could end up being the opener. That or Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, either way.
I predict for Kofi and Wade, if they throw them on the card, that I'd like to see, believe it or not, I want to see Kofi Kingston win for some odd reason. Yeah. I really do. I think the guy, even though he's only like 30, he's still young. He can still go. And you got to get the next generation of guys ready to go anyway. I wish Kofi could get elevated past mid-card status. Maybe hold the SmackDown title at some point, considering that it is the B title, but as titles don't really mean shit in wrestling anymore anyway. Or, sorry, sports entertainment. Fucking tards.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kofi win too. I don't really care so much about Wade Barrett. I mean, I don't really care about anything he did when he was on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And for what I watch of SmackDown, which is, I don't watch it every week, but
yeah, you catch it when you can, kind of thing.
I still don't care about Wade Barrett. I'd love to see Kofi get up to that next level and be, at least the World Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's...
Yep.
Kind of like with John Morrison, you wonder if it's going to happen. I mean, with John Morrison, it's almost has to happen.
Yeah, it's imminent that John Morrison has got to become the champion. All right, and then here we go with the sadly most built-up match for WrestleMania. This is very fucking sad and unfortunate that we have to predict this. Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's that bad. It really is. I only care about this because I want to see Michael Cole get his ass kicked. That's really that, and I like to see Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. That's the highlight of the whole fucking match. I mean, this is going to be boring, no doubt about it. I'm telling you what I know. This is going to be one of the worst matches. It can't get any worse than Sting versus Jeff Hardy.
Is this going to be the piss break?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This will be the piss break match of the night. Other than watching JBL come out, which, by the way, we have to mention him. JBL will come on out and fucking Jack Swagger. They're going to make it look like King has no fucking chance.
Fuck Jack Swagger?
Basically, they're going to make it look like King has got no fucking chance of winning this thing, which, thanks to Stone Cold and JR, he'll win this fucking match. That's what's going to happen.
Is JR actually going to be there?
Yep.
Huh.
He's calling a couple of the matches at WrestleMania.
Groovy.
I think he's going to call Miz and Cena and Triple H and Taker. And my prediction is I don't give a fuck who wins. That's my prediction for this thing. If I have to pick someone, though, for fuck's sake, Jerry Lawler, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be my prediction, is that Lawler's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the honest truth about this match is nobody really cares that much.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I mean, to have your most built-up match be between announcers, bullshit.
Here's a thought.
Yeah.
Here's a thought for something you could do. Just have Michael Cole's mic be off for the entire next episode of Raw, but don't tell him it's off.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, and then we're going to do Triple H Taker last. So the next match we're going to talk about is going to be Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. I like this match. I can't wait to see this. I am predicting Christian turns on Edge at WrestleMania, and Del Rio wins the title.
Yeah, I think Del Rio will win the title. I don't know about the whole Christian thing. I'm thinking maybe it's going to be more like a mistake and Christian nails Edge.
Yeah.
And Del Rio ends up winning.
And then like a week later or 2 weeks later, Christian can turn heel then. So either way it goes, Del Rio's got to win this for specifically one reason, and you know why. You know the exact reason why we want Del Rio to win this shit.
Yeah.
Yep. You exactly know fucking why. And we should have said CM Punk to beat Randy Orton, but that's most likely not going to fucking happen. Although I wish it would.
That'd be awesome if it did, though.
Yeah, it'd be great. All right, my prediction is Alberto Del Rio walks out as the new world heavyweight fucking champion of the world.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, Edge is good. He's the champion, but I think in some way or another, he's going to end up losing, whether it be because Christian makes the mistake and hits him, or that clown of a ring announcer of Alberto Del Rio's gets in and hits him with his mop top.
Or the white Big Daddy V comes in with his big ass 12 titties and shit.
Or Fat Boy comes in and gives him a titty whacking.
He fucks him up too. So yeah, that's my prediction is ADR walks out the new world champion.
Yep.
And then we got The Miz versus John Cena. This is not a WrestleMania quality match at all. The Rock's involvement, hooray, yay, awesome, whoa, yeah, great, cool. As long as I get a rock bottom on John Cena at WrestleMania, I'm happy.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't happen this next week on Raw.
If it's going to happen in Chicago, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be pretty upset about that. Who's going to win? Don't care, actually. Really don't. Either way. I don't give a fuck.
I'd rather see The Miz win, personally, just because I don't like John Cena. I've never really been a John Cena fan. Yeah, I thought, back in the day, his raps were kind of funny, but I was never really a fan of Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see... He is... And by the way, Cena hasn't given himself any credit for this match. He's just shot himself down time and time again. He admitted he was Barney's turd. He admitted he was a Fruity Pebble. He also admitted that he was a Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
So... that's 3 strikes on John Cena right there.
If it's going to be where fucking The Rock and John Cena get in the ring and they hug and they get along and they do this self-respect bullshit, That's going to piss off so many people because nobody wants to see that. Let's be honest. What people want to see is Cena get his ass kicked, and that would make everybody happy.
I think the most likely thing to happen is The Rock is going to come out and is basically going to lay the smackdown on both guys.
Which is what I'm hoping for.
After The Miz used The Rock's people's elbow.
Mm-hmm.
And everything John Cena has tried to say about The Rock.
What the fuck I'm hoping for is that he screws Miz first and then goes after Cena to build the anticipation. Like he'll basically beat the crap out of the Miz, and then he'll go after John Cena. Who's gonna win? I'm hoping the Miz, but like I said, ultimately in the end, Cena's gonna be the good guy and win the feud ultimately. So it really doesn't fucking matter because this match is gonna drag out anyway, just like a lot of these other matches after WrestleMania to begin with.
Yeah.
The only one that's not gonna drag out is our last match on the card. Triple H versus The Undertaker, and they're not going to end the streak this year at WrestleMania. I don't see it happening. WWE pretty much already made it obvious. He's wanting the streak to end, but just because he's a Triple H mark, but we all know they're not going to end the streak this year at WrestleMania.
Well, if they don't, it's kind of like Triple H said, you almost have to think Triple H will come back again next year to face The Undertaker.
I'm not a fan of rematches that much at WrestleMania, especially when it pertains to Undertaker. I was fine with him fighting Shawn Michaels and Kane twice, but come on, Triple H, move on, please.
Shawn Michaels twice in a row.
Yeah.
No less.
Triple H 10 years later. All I really
Kane, was it like 4 years later?
I think so. Like yeah, like around 4, 5, 6 years later or something like that.
But Shawn Michaels, in the case of Shawn Michaels, it was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
Kane's matches were all right. They weren't great, but they were all right.
This match is going to be some typical wrestling at first, and then some outside brawling, some sledgehammers, some choke slams, tombstones, last rides, go-go platas, pedigrees, and spine busters. What? You know, all the shit that I'm naming off. It's going to be it's going to be spine busters, tombstones, all that shit. And then, ultimately in the end, Triple H is going to succumb to the fucking tombstone, and that's it. He's going 19-0.
But what if they were to end it with the Hell's Gate?
That too. Triple H could tap out because he hasn't tapped out in a WrestleMania in about 5 years. Yeah, he hasn't.
I think the only time I've ever seen him tap at Mania was against
John Cena and Benoit. Yeah, I said it. Benoit.
Huh? No.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yep, he tapped out, and it's like, really, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Triple H versus The Undertaker. He's only caring because he likes Triple H. And
that's really the only reason I care about the match at all is because I do like Triple H.
But you do realize they're not going to end the streak. They've made it pretty much already.
Yes, they will.
No, they're not going to end.
The streak will end.
There's no debating it. They're not going to end the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania,
Yes,
not this year.
Yes, they will.
And they're not going to do John Cena versus The Undertaker either because John Cena next year says, I don't want to fight The Undertaker.
Besides which, if they did that, you would almost have to have Cena win at Mania because...
Yeah, he's only lost, I think, one time?
They can't be both faces, and you know Cena's going to go in as the face.
Yeah.
So Taker has to be the heel, which means Cena will almost have to win.
Really,
they did it. But they won't, because Cena won't lose.
Really, all I have to say, though, is, they're not going to end the Undertaker streak. It'll be a good match, no doubt about it, and they're going to suspend your belief and make you think that Triple H is going to end the fucking streak, but it's not going to end. Long story short. He's going to try to argue that with me, but there's no point in doing so.
The streak will end.
Nope. Not this year. It won't. Would I like to see it end? Fuck no. I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because, if it was The Undertaker...
That would at least show the WWE creative is trying something different.
Well, it would kill everything. It would kill the legend and the mystique of The Undertaker if they ended the fucking streak.
Maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Because the streak is the only thing really Taker has left. Other than being set on fire, spit on, pissed on, and buried alive and all that bullshit that he's had done to him.
Sat on by a 600-pound fat guy, too.
Yeah, about 5 times. And not to mention having Chuck Norris in his corner in a casket match at one point. So, yeah. Undertaker's had a hell of a career. They're not going to end the Undertaker streak this year at WrestleMania, despite the fact I wish it would at some point, but I know it's not going to end. Yeah. It's not.
It needs to.
And we will see you guys next Sunday for WrestleMania. And look forward to another dub. We got another one of those planned. I think next Sunday we're going to do another one. Actually, we might do another
Yeah,
dub.
yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned for.
Oh,
Yeah. Anything you'd like to mention before we end this?
yeah. We're working on we're on our way to our second pay-per-view in the ACW.
Mm-hmm. This is his federation, by the way.
Yeah. We're working on it. As I say, anybody out there who I use SmackDown 2011, SmackDown Raw 2011. Anybody who wants their characters in, feel free to let me know.
Give them your email.
Email is jflakewood@gmail.com. I'm always looking, so let me know. As well as, I take match suggestions sometimes too. You may not always see yours pop up, but I like to have different ideas.
Yeah, he takes requests and storyline ideas and shit like that. So anything you got for him, throw it at him and see what he'll.
I'm curious. You think our commissioner's ever going to give Davey Richards a chance to get that belt?
Well, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, you need to hop over to his channel and probably watch the first 3-4 episodes so you can get a good idea of what we're talking about. But maybe. I don't know.
Oh, and I've been told that on our next episode, actually, I haven't been told. I made the match. Raven has challenged Shane Douglas. Yes, Shane Douglas is a new addition to the ACW. And there is a stipulation, but you'll have to watch the match to find out what the stipulation on the match is.
All right. And we will see you guys next Sunday for WrestleMania or Entertainment Mania 27.
That's still WrestleMania for now.
Yeah. Peace out, WWE.